Good morning. It's Monday, May 17th. We're going to go look at the S&P 500 over here. So let's recap real quick from Friday. We had a target Friday at 41.78 quarter. And we said in MAP, we said that 41.75 was technically high enough, but we could see 41.78 quarter, and then we got as high as 41.78 quarter during the regular session on Friday. The probe on the Globex open over here was to 2 ticks higher than that at 48.75, and 41.78.75, and since then market's been all the way back down to 47 quarter. So let's talk about here. There's room. A couple of things that stand out to me, and I'll point out to you. So you see right here how this hasn't been tested at all. So they came up, they tested here, they came down, they came back up and tested again, and then the third time here it blew right through it. So what I generally like to see is that they're going to come back down here and test this. Now, this could be, you see this little area right here. So it could be anywhere really between the CP down to there. So looking for that area to get retested. So that's one thing. So let's just say to start off, looking for that to get retested. And then below that we have this CP down here, which there was a lot of trading in this area, so we'll see what it's like down here, but somewhere between this 21.75 down to maybe we call it 20 area, so right in there. But a whole lot lower than that, and that's going to open the door down into the 41.06 half, and even back into the 4,090s, and below that would start to open it into the 4,070s, low 4,070s. So things start to open up quite a bit if that were to come into play. So to start off here, a couple of things. I don't know that it's even worth mentioning, but if things were really weak here, this would probably, right here, this area is probably going to hold. This 56 area is probably going to hold. I don't know whether we're in that kind of market. So what we could see here is a bounce back up to 41.60. Maybe we give that up. You see right there, 62.50. So maybe giving that a little bit of room up into there. So that 60 to 62 half area, we see a bounce up there. Up above that, it's possible this like 68 to 70 area, we see, if we draw the fib in between these, what does that give us? So 69.50 would be the midpoint in there. So somewhere right around that, a point or so above or below that midpoint of the CPs. Or sorry, the KPs in here. And then up above that would be really, we probably want to just make, we probably want to give this to the 74 3/4 area. But if they were to take that out, it would likely get us up into this 41.90. So look how big the gap in prediction points is here. So to start off, that 41.90 area would be a good start. We have key turns there at 93.75. We have 90, so just in front of that we have that 92.50, and then above that we have 96, let's call it 96. And then bigger picture up around here, maybe, a couple points in front of this KP. But let's just take that all kind of one step one step at a time as it comes. If they take out this 75 area, then it probably is going to open the door up for 41.90, even 42.20 plus. But if they don't take that out and they end up holding any of these areas that we talked about here, then we're looking for a move down into the 41 let's just call it 41.3650 at a minimum. And then that could come, this whole area is of interest down here. So you could say this, the CP right on, or then 34 down to 30. So if you want to trade that area, if you want to try and trade that long and you go, well, I can't take 6.5 points of risk, that's fine. You can see how low into this area will they come, and maybe you can get in. What kind of risk can you take? Can you take a couple of points? So then if you need to be a couple of points below this, you really have to try and get filled as close to the bottom here as possible. So if you can't take the trade or it doesn't fit, then don't take the trade. I mean, it's really that simple. If it doesn't fit inside of your risk parameters, then it's just not a trade that you would take. You just pass on it. So there you have that. And, there's not any reason to try and force something or find something that isn't there. So, but below that, down into the lower 20s, and then below that, 4106. And that may be what's on the table for today anyway, is that 4106 area. We'll just have to see what things look like when we get open and as things get underway here. So hopefully that'll help you for today. We'll be back today with the obviously doing a review video. And again, just trade one step at a time here and take what the market gives you, and then we'll recap and see how we did and see what we can do better tomorrow. Okay, thanks for being here today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. You get notified when we go live, and I will see you later in the